Hi campers, I hope you are all having a great day so far. And for today's activity, we're going to be making some sugar cookies. Keep watching to find out how you do it. So the ingredients that you're going to need to make these cookies are 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of unsalted butter. You're also going to need 1 egg. You're also going to need 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. You're also going to need a little bit of icing, and you're also going to need 1 tablespoon of milk. The materials that you're going to need for this activity are an electric mixer, a rolling pin, a large mixing bowl. You're also going to need some measuring cups, a fork, some parchment paper, a bowl, and also a pan to put your cookies on. Together, but first we're going to have to soften up our butter. It's a little bit hard right now, so we're going to have to put it in the microwave for around 30 seconds just so that it softens up a little. Now that our butter is all nice and softened, we're going to pour it into our mixing bowl with our 1 cup of sugar, and we're going to start mixing. So we're going to mix our sugar and our butter together on low until it's all mixed together. So now that our sugar and butter is all mixed together, what we're going to do now is we're going to grab a little bowl and we're going to crack our egg, and then we're going to beat it a little bit with a fork. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of milk to the bowl with the egg, and then we're also going to mix that together. Now that we have the egg and milk mixed together in this bowl here, we're going to pour it into our mixing bowl that has the butter and the sugar already in it. And now we're going to mix again on low. Now that we have it all mixed together, what we're going to do now is we're going to grab the flour, and we're just going to quickly put our salt and our baking powder into the flour. And now we're just going to quickly mix that in with the flour. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put our... So now that it's all nicely mixed together, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our flour, we're going to put in our salt and our baking powder into our little flour bowl here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just quickly mix it up. So it's all mixed together. And now with our flour mixture, we're going to slowly insert it into our mixing bowl as we mix on low. So a little bit at a time. Now that we have it all mixed up together, it should look something like this, almost like a Play-Doh texture. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get some wrapping paper and we're gonna divide it in half, the dough, and we're gonna put it in the fridge for 2 hours. So now that we have them separated and wrapped up in some wax paper, we're just gonna put it in the fridge and we're gonna leave it in there for 2 hours. So set your timer and I'll see you guys in 2 hours. So now that our dough is out of the fridge, we're gonna just powder our surface with some icing sugar just so that it doesn't get stuck when we roll out the dough. But first, we're gonna set up the oven. We're gonna preheat it to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So now that the oven is all preheated, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna roll out our dough. Now that we have the dough all nicely rolled out, we're gonna start cutting out our cookie pieces. So I don't have any cookie cutters, so I'm just gonna use a cup and a little bowl here to make my cookie shapes. So I'm just gonna grab it and I'm gonna press it to make my cookie. Now that we have the first batch ready, into the oven they go. And we're gonna put them in the oven for 7 to 9 minutes until the edges are golden brown. And I would recommend putting mittens on so that you don't burn yourself like I just did. It's been 8.5 minutes and the cookies look about done, so I'm gonna pull them out and I'm gonna let them cool for a little bit on the stove. Now that the cookies have all cooled off, you're all ready to eat your cookies. I hope you guys had a great time making the cookies with me today and enjoyed the rest of your day. Bye!